Welcome to this how-to guide. So today we're going to look at how to do different embroidery stitches. In this video we'll focus on how to do and carry out a back stitch. What you'll need your embroidery hoop with your fabric attached. And how to do that, there's a video on how to attach it and make sure it is completely stretched. So you want to make sure it's really tight. You also want to have your thread threaded through your needle, and this is using embroidery thread, and I've just tied a wee small knot to prevent it going through. To start off, I've drawn a small line down my fabric. This is to help me with getting it straight down, and I've used a HB pencil to do that. You can use other things, but it's quite good to use a pencil because it disappears underneath. You don't need to do that, but it will help you with your getting your line straight. Step 1 would be to put your needle underneath your fabric, and you can see, drag it along to where your line starts and pop the needle up, turn it through. Make sure you're holding it with your fingers underneath and your thumb on top. So to do a back stitch is similar to doing a running stitch, so you're doing up and then back down. You want to pull it until it's all the way through, and you want to drag it up. So with a back stitch you want to make sure it's nice and evenly distributed, and then instead of a running stitch going forward, with this one I want you to then go back onto that stitch. And if it happens to do that, it's all okay. Just pull your thread out and smooth it off. This often happens. And then carrying and repeating this process, so going forward, then back a stitch, forward and back a stitch. Now once you get to your end of your line, you want to do back onto the stitch and pull it through. And then just like that, this is your your back stitch. So this is where the stitch goes along without any gaps underneath. When you turn it over, it will be a lot thicker in the back end, but the front will show a simplistic line going along the way without any gaps. With a running stitch, it would have missed every second one, but with a back stitch, you're doing every single stitch.